What is up? How's it going, Zack Miller Nation, aka I don't even know what my nickname for you guys would be. Like the Zack Miller Ninjas. Hello. What is up? Hope you're doing awesome. The show must go on. As you guys all know, the big and powerful 5-0. No, not the popo, not the police. It was episode 50 of Zack Miller Live just a few short days ago. But today is a new day. It's episode 51 of Zack Miller Live, the show with the most creative name ever known to man that was created. That's just my name with live afterwards. Pretty creative. Hope you all are doing amazing. So what are we going to do now? I mean, the balloons have deflated. And unfortunately, they're not coming back for a long time. Maybe they'll come back at episode 100. Maybe we'll fill the entire room with balloons at that point. I don't know. Phone ring. Apologies for being rude there. So, I want to talk to you guys today about why efficiency is important and why being efficiency at all times can allow you to do things that might be a little uncomfortable or unconventional in your day-to-days. I think you guys know me as someone who is able to create a decent amount of content every week, this show and many others included, and really maximizing my days so that when something pops up that might take longer than normal, I can actually do it. So for instance, I get a call last week about something that was going to be scheduled with a customer of mine. And it's about an hour down the road. And then we were going to go then travel another 40 minutes down the road as well. And so it's an hour and 40 down, hour and 40 back, plus an hour and 20 meeting basically. And so 6 hours, 2 hours, it's three. So at least 4 to 5 hours of the day was going to be taken by this meeting. You know, you hear me talk about this a lot. Like that is something that can be very detrimental in a business. But if you have things set up so that you're able to take big blocks like that, you're able to not stress about a meeting like that when it's going to take up a big kind of chunk of your day, which ultimately this thing has. And a lot of people could be terrified of that because they say, oh my goodness, like this is taking up a lot of my day. I mean, basically, let's just say call it 2 hours down, 2 hours back, hour and a half back the other way. Five and a half hours of my day to do this. When actually it's going to help make things even more strong in the future, better relationship building in the future. And so how do you do this? How do you make sure that you probably did just see Ashbrook? You're probably wondering how to do this. Well, number one is only do things that matter. Only do things that are going to move you forward. So if that means that you're taking a meeting that you know is not going to work, that you know is just them selling you and you're not interested, or is just not going to be a great opportunity and you can't see how this is going to help you in the long game, or maybe even in the short game, then it might be best for you not to take that, right? So if you're, I don't know, so the car salesman that calls you, the internet salesperson that calls you all the time, the insurance person that calls you all the time, or just the random person, there's Ashbrook right there. I don't know where he went. He's looking out the window. But you have to make sure that you're doing things that are going to move you forward. Now, if you're early in this or you're stressing about, oh, where should I spend my time? I'm not saying don't spend your time on places where you don't know where things are going to happen. But there are times when we're doing what I would consider busy work that isn't going to help progress us forward, right? So a lot of times people think, oh, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. I'm so busy. When in fact, like if you really take a deep dive of the things that you're doing in the day, you're like, well, that was unproductive, right? So on my way back, maybe even on the way there, I took phone calls with people, right? So I took this opportunity to say, okay, I have hours to kill, and I have a phone, a cracked iPhone, and I have headphones. Wasn't driving the car with the Bluetooth anymore, so I just drive down the road in my loud Jeep, and I go, hello, how are you? And I have conversations with people, and that can be powerful because you're maximizing your days. So think about and go through, first of all, make sure that, what is that goal that you're going after? What's that main kind of task that you're going after, right? And then look at everything on your calendar and say, am I actually doing things to get me towards that? Or is a lot of this just crap and busy time, right? Take an inventory of your life for the next 7 days, right? We've said this many times in the show, talk about it in the book, like in a ton of different places. Like, what are you actually doing? Where are you actually spending your time? So that you can basically, when you need to, go do things that take longer times. If you're going to fly somewhere, but you're actually doing all this other work that's unnecessary, you are screwing up your schedule. You are screwing up your day-to-day so that you cannot be efficient. So literally only focus on the things that are going to help improve you to get you further. I think you actually know what is going to help you and what's not. And you oftentimes go get on Facebook and scroll cats and babies instead. For example, today, remember, I do not have social media on my phone whatsoever, so I can't even go look at that. It's the first time I think I've been on all day. I posted something to a Facebook group earlier today, but I scheduled that on Friday. There are plenty of ways that you guys can maximize your days. And are these things going to be progressing you forward? Now, I watched a video recently from Casey Neistat, who is a really good vlogger, popular vlogger, almost 10 million subscribers on YouTube. And he was talking about calendar anorexia. And it was a story that Ryan Holiday, who wrote a book, several books, I can't remember the names of them right now, but the blog post basically, or this is like a memoir or some sort of like short story, and it basically said, only do things that will help you move forward. It's always interesting, like when you live your life like this, and then other people who are super efficient as well do it as well. And so look at your day-to-days and say, okay, like, is this stuff going to move me forward? Right? Is this going to help me get to where I want to be? Right? If you're on a nutrition kick, or you're on a diet, or you're trying to, lose weight or something like that, think about it as, okay, I want to lose 100 pounds in a year. Right? So that's roughly 2 pounds a week. So what do I need to do to progressively get closer to that? You probably have to work out a lot. You probably have to eat healthy a lot, right? So what are you doing during that day that's going to make sure that you can do that? Well, you got to make sure you got to go to the gym. You got to make sure you're probably going to eat, right? If you want to make, $1 million, right? $1 million. First thing I would do is divide that by 365. It means you got to make $27.39 a day, right? If you sell a $10 product, that means you have to sell. If you sell a product that costs 200, let me say it this way: if you sell a product that, I'm screwing this up because of math. Okay, so let's say you want to make $1 million. $1 million divided by every day in the year is 365. That's roughly $2,739. If you sell a product 10 times, that means you have to sell it for $273 each time. That means how many people can you get in front of that? Or if you sell it for $10, you got to get it in front of 273 people a day. Simple math says that 10% is the best you're going to get on that. So you got to talk to 2,700 people a day. Is that even possible? That can just be such a big challenge for so many people. So when you're thinking about your calendars and the things that you're doing in the week, make sure you're doing stuff that's actually going to progress you forward. Now, I get it. You live life, and there are things that you have to do in life that are uncomfortable and that you don't necessarily want to do. It's okay. You can do those. Just don't fill up your days with them. And if you do fill up your days with them, bulk them so that maybe you can do them all in one day. So maybe you can do all your networking in one day, right? Or you could do all your networking follow-up in one day. Or maybe you could check your emails only a couple of times a day, or only go on social media a couple of times a day. Or if you run social media on a business page, which I recommend you do, get rid of the personal social media stuff during the day and just focus on the business stuff, as hard as it is to look through cats and babies. They're so damn cute. Oh my God. Or an elephant, a baby elephant. Those are like the new goats. They're awesome. So dissect your calendar, see what you're doing. And if there's nothing in there, figure out how to fill it out. Find stuff to make it better. Reach out to people. Say, hello, I'm whatever your name is, and I want to talk to you. It's a lot more simple than you think. So think about your calendars. They probably shouldn't be as packed as you think, so that you can actually move them forward to the stuff that you're trying to do, so that when you do start bringing on different features of your life, new challenges in your life, you have the time to actually accomplish them. It's episode 51 of Zack Miller Live. We're on the back half of the century mark, finally here after 2 days off. Got some big news coming up that you guys will learn about in just a few weeks. Excited to announce that. I'll give you guys an update on Anomaly soon. Woo! And I think that's it. If you guys have questions, like always, feel free to hit me up in the comments, the DMs, or Zack, Z-A-C-K, at startwithhatch.com. Episode 51 out. Peace.